In this session, I would like to share about the basics of database. You have to know about data before we move to the database. Data can be a fact which is related to any object. For example, name, register number, subject, marks, or some data related to the students. Data is an unprocessed information. When it is processed, it is called information. For example, my register number is 11100. Next, database. Database is a systematic collection of data, the collection of information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed and updated. Database also support store and manipulation of data. Database make the database management system very easy. The main purpose of the database is to operate at large amount of information. Next, DBMS. DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is a collection of programs which enables its user to access database and manipulating data. It also helps to control the access to the database. There are three types of database. One is relational database, hierarchical database and object-oriented database. Relational database. Relational databases use tables to store data. It represents the database as a collection of relations. A relation is nothing but a table of values. A table is a collection of related data, which means the student table should contain the data about the student. The employee table should contain the details about employees. Next, SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is a programming language used to communicate with data stored in the database, which means SQL is the language used to interact with the database. There are some examples of relational database: MySQL, Oracle and SQL Server. In PC Package 2, we've seen about the MS Access. MS Access is also the relational database because it uses tables to store the data. Next, there are some terminologies in relational database. The first one, table. The data is stored in the database by using the tables. RDBMS, which is Relational Database Management System, use tables to store data. Each table should have a unique name. The table is a collection of rows and columns. For example, student table stores the information of student. Here we have three fields: ID, name and course. So these are the information about the student named student table. Next, column. Each table is broken up to small entities are called a field. Any information associated with the specific field in the table is called column. Column is also called attribute or field. The field in the student table is ID, name and course. In simple term, the vertical entity of a table is called the column. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 columns in the student table. Column is also called attribute or the field. Next, row. Row is also called a record or tuple. It is the horizontal entity of the table. So the student table has 3 records, which is 1, 2 and 3. The vertical entity of a table is called column and horizontal entity of the table is called row. Row is also called record or tuple. Next, domain. Domain is a set of permitted values for an attribute in a table. We should specify a domain of attribute while creating a table. For example, a domain of numbers can accept only 0 to 9. If the attribute cannot accept values that are outside of their domain, which means, for example, the ID field has integer domain, so that field cannot accept values that are not integer. For example, string or float. Next, null values. Null value means a field with null value is a field with no values. If there is a no value, it is filled with null. There is a difference between zero value and the null value. We can use null when the data is missing or unknown. Next, degree. Degree is the total number of attribute is called degree. The total number of row is called cardinality. Here there are 3 rows, so the cardinality of the table is 3. So there is a 3 column, so cardinal degree of the table is called degree. The total number of attributes, which means the total number of column is called degree, total number of row is called cardinality. Thank you.